Terminus is what zombies needed. So I would say over the past 5 years, zombies maps have felt very stale, especially in Cold War. The biggest thing Cold War lacked was aura. Now this has been a huge topic in the community, especially with Liberty Falls, but I would save that topic when I review that map in another video. But Terminus, on the other hand, has got to be one of the best launch zombie maps we have had since probably Black Ops 3. And this is what the zombies community needed and has been craving for many years. Now Terminus is set on an island slash prison slash facility that does some crazy experiments, and you get to see those experiments later on in the Easter egg. But our new crew is stuck on this island and we need to escape, which, by the way, having an actual playable crew is so refreshing, and I am so glad they went back to this.
Time for some fancy fingering.
But let's actually talk about the map itself. Now this map has a lot of things for you to do. Getting Pack-a-Punch is pretty easy, as is very similar to getting Pack-a-Punch on like Firebase Z, where you need to do a lockdown and protect the generators in that area. And you basically need to do that 3 times and you got yourself Pack-a-Punch. I think Pack-a-Punch should be pretty easy to get, and I think this map does a really good job with that. But the thing I want to talk about the most is the wonder weapon of this map, the Beam Smasher. Now there are 2 ways of getting this weapon, either through the mystery box or doing the quest, which is pretty easy to do and honestly really simple in my opinion. But once you get it, this gun is so much fun to use. It takes a while to kind of understand it fully on how to use it, but once you figure it out, it is insane. As at first you might think it sucks, but when you use both attacks, it can be pretty deadly. I love how this gun has a support role behind it, as you can basically weaken zombies with the alternate attack, and honestly it's a ton of fun to use. And overall, this wonder weapon is very solid and is probably up there as one of my favorite wonder weapons we have gotten in a pretty long time. Now another thing I really want to talk about is the Easter egg for this map, and honestly I don't even want to talk about the steps leading up to it, as they're pretty simple and kind of easy to do. I want to talk about this boss fight. This boss is an absolute beast of a boss, where if you are not prepared, you will die. As when I first went into this boss, I came in with a tier 1 Pack-a-Punch ray gun and a dream, and well, let's just say I got absolutely fucked. This boss fight took me a couple tries where I actually struggled. I am honestly so shocked that Treyarch made it pretty hard boss, as compared to Cold War, every boss in that game was like a pushover. But Patient 13 is what we needed in zombies, and what we need to see more often in the future. If you haven't done this Easter egg yet, I highly suggest you give it a try, as I think this boss fight is definitely one of the better boss fights Treyarch has ever cooked. Now after you've beaten the boss, you get to experience probably one of the craziest cutscenes we have seen in a pretty long time, as basically, in short, Chaos is now canon to the Dark Ether storyline. Honestly, I don't even know how this makes any sense, but I guess we'll take it. But now, just like every other zombies map, this map is not perfect. It's gonna have its problems, and the problem I have with this map isn't really the map itself, it's just how the game is, and that is the boss spam. The boss zombies in this map, there are just way too many. We have new bosses and returning bosses. We got the parasites from Shadows of Evil, which I actually am glad they're back. I think this boss zombie is pretty cool. And then we have new ones called the Vermin, which are basically kind of like the spiders from Zetsubo. They even have the same sound of the spiders from Zetsubo. And then we got the Amalgams, this new boss zombie, which is honestly kind of like the Thrasher. And then we have the Mangler. Treyarch, can we please stop with the Mangler? I am so tired of seeing the Mangler in zombie maps. If the Mangler comes back in DLC 1, we're gonna have some problems. But other than that, this boss spam on this map is just insane. They need to tone it down a lot, and the same thing goes with Liberty Falls. There are just way too many boss zombies. It just is so overwhelming that it's like just annoying. Like, can we just calm down, please? Like, seriously. And also another problem I have are the parasite rounds or the max ammo rounds. They just go on for way too long, especially in the higher rounds. Like the early one, the first one you get is like normal, and then the second one is fine, but when you get into like the third max ammo round, it just goes on for way too long, and it's to the point where you're not even like getting a max ammo. You're running out of ammo to buy ammo, so there's really no point in the max ammo round because you're just buying ammo again. Like, there's no point in it. They need to tone it down a lot, as it is way too much in my opinion. And if they do that, I actually think this map would be a top 10 zombies map in my opinion. Now overall, this zombies map is a step in the right direction when it comes to making maps, and I really hope that Treyarch only improves with the future DLC maps. I think this map has restored a lot of faith in this game mode for me and the community, and it gets me even more excited for what is to come in the future. And if I had to rank this map, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Terminus is what we needed.